State of New California. Notice to all Californians. Grievance 11. Declaration of Grievance. New California is a new state in development, exercising its constitutional right to form from the state of California. The process to form New California is authorized and codified in Article 4, Sections 3 and 4 of the United States Constitution. Article 4, Sections 3, United States Constitution states, new states may be admitted by the Congress into this union, but no new states shall be formed or erected within the jurisdiction of any other state, nor any state be formed by the jurisdiction of two or more states or parts of states without the consent of the legislatures of the states concerned as well as of the Congress. New California Declaration of Independence as of January 15th, 2018. Whenever any form of government becomes destructive, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new government. When a long train of abuses and acts to seize and hold the people's power without legal authority and pursuing invariably the same object that clearly demonstrates a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. So, it is the history of the past and present governor and government of California who have a history of repeated injuries and usurpations, all having indirect object the establishment of a tyranny over the counties of New California and the state of California. Whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to seek a constitutional remedy to the abuse of powers. Statement of intent. The citizens of New California have decided to remedy the abuse of power by the government of California by exercising their right to form a new state provided in United States Constitution, Article 4, Sections 3 and 4. We are determined to live under a state government in the United States of America and under the Constitution of the United States. Therefore, the counties of New California bringing forth 40 grievances against the government of California to be announced in public on Tuesday at 11 a.m. each week for 40 weeks. State of New California. Grievance 11. Declaration of Grievance. United States Constitution. Article 6, Clause 2 states, this Constitution and the laws of the United States which shall be made in pursuant thereof, and all treaties made, or which shall be made under the authority of the United States, shall be the supreme law of the land, and the judges in every state shall be bound thereby. Anything in the Constitution or laws of any state to the contrary notwithstanding. Failure of the government of California to follow the United States Constitution's Supremacy Clause. Article 6, Clause 2 provides that the Constitution, federal laws made pursuant to it, and treaties made under its authority constitute the supreme law of the land. It provides that the state courts are bound by the supreme law. In case of conflict between federal and state law, the federal law must be applied. State laws are subordinate to federal law. State interference exceeds federal supremacy. The California government, current governor, and monoparty system of the elected officials believe that they are above the law and are passing unconstitutional laws specifically intended to interfere with the federal government's ability to carry out its legitimate law enforcement duties. The increasing frequency of state laws designed to exceed federal supremacy is simply unsustainable. And add the ever more extreme nature of these laws, which make it more obvious just how unlawful they are, demonstrates these are constitutional and rule of law issues. Declaration of Grievance. United States Constitution, Article 4, Section 4, states, "The United States shall guarantee to every state in this union a republican form of government, and shall protect each of them against invasion, and on application of the legislature or of the executive, when the legislature cannot be convened, against domestic violence. Failure of the government of California to protect each citizen against domestic violence. Governor aids and abets lawlessness." Lawlessness throughout California is growing every day, and it is being supported by the current governor, state government, the monoparty legislator, and the local elected officials. Since 2014, California has had a larger increase in violent crimes than the rest of the United States. Since 2013, violent crimes in Los Angeles has increased 69.5%. Violent crime in Sacramento rose faster during the first 6 months of 2015 than in any of the 25 largest U.S. states tracked by the FBI. As evidence of this lawlessness, the current governor has pardoned more violent criminals and illegal nationals than the prior 5 governors combined before his current term in office. Legislature monoparty laws provoke lawlessness. Early release from prison. Protecting every person in our state, including our most valuable children, from violent crime is of the utmost importance. Murderers, rapists, child molesters, and other violent criminals have been released early from prison as a direct result of the actions of the current governor, the monoparty system, and the local elected officials. Recent charges to parole laws by the monoparty legislature and signed by the current governor has allowed the early release of dangerous criminals by the laws deliberate fail to define certain crimes as violent. These changes allow individuals convicted of sex trafficking of children, rape of unconscious person, felony assaults with a deadly weapon, battery on a police officer or firefighter, and felony domestic violence to be considered non-violent offenders. As a result, these so-called non-violent offenders are eligible for early release from prison after serving only a fraction of their sentence ordered by a judge. Violent offenders are also being allowed to remain free in our communities even when they commit new crimes. Acts of succession. Therefore, the California government, in conjunction with the state executive, instituted wherever the current governor has usurped power, has created a reign of terror on the citizens of California and the United States of America with the intent to secede from the Union. Abdication of authority. Betrayal by the sitting governor of California, the monoparty legislature, and local elected officials is evidence of their abdication of authority and sovereignty over the state of California. By the current governor's own actions, the California government and local elected leaders have abdicated their responsibilities and their authority over the citizens of California. This concludes these proceedings.